The General is all about giving their customers a break. Today, we're here to talk about those life-changing moments, big and small. As one of the most dominant basketball players of all time, not much scares me. But you know what used to make me a little nervous? That's right, April 15th, tax day. Taxes can be scary, but no matter if you're working multiple gigs, have a side hustle, or you're working for yourself, we're here to give you insight into our experiences. Welcome to The Break Room, a show where we give you some insight to help you build the financial future you want. We're here in the break room to give you insight into our experiences. Taxes can be scary no matter who you are. How do you prepare for tax season?
Well, I'm looking around the table, and a lot of us work for ourselves. You're gonna wanna be setting aside a chunk of that money that you are making as soon as you get it, because taxes are not being withheld for you. Any dollar you make, if you work for yourself, if you're a 1099, go ahead and set anywhere between 30 to 50% of it away in a high yield savings account. So a high yield savings account is just like a brick and mortar bank, except you earn more interest on the money that you have set aside. You get to earn a little interest on that money before it goes to Uncle Sam. So you get to keep a little something and they get their tax money.
Where I really started to pay attention was the NBA licensing check. Because they give you this check and it's not taxed. And so you get this check for $450,000, whatever the number. I'm like, cool, put it in my bank account. Then when tax season rolled around, my financial advisor asked me for a number that's outrageous. That's when I really wanted to understand for like tax write-offs. Like we think like, oh, when we do a tax write-off, like we getting all that money back, and that's not true. You know, you're getting what you would get taxed on that.
The tax code, it's literally an entire list of things the government wants you to do and things the government does not want you to do. Things the government wants you to do. They want you to save for retirement. So having a 401k or a Roth IRA, you get a tax break for doing that, because if you don't save for retirement and you get to that age, you are gonna depend on the government. The government does not want you to do that. So they're willing to give you tax benefits for doing the right thing. But on the other hand, things that they don't want you to do, say take your retirement money out early, you pay a penalty on that. You just have to remember what the rules are so you can take advantage of all of the pros and avoid all of the cons.
And guess what? They don't teach you that in school.
No, they don't teach you anything.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what else they should teach us in school, though? Tax rates are marginal, and people don't know what that means. Shaq's first $12,000 or so and my first $12,000 or so, it changes every year, gets taxed the same. The next increment gets taxed the same. The next increment gets taxed the same. Only until he makes so much more money, that is taxed at the highest tax bracket. But people don't realize that all those percentages are blended together. It's not just suddenly you jump from bracket to bracket and you pay 37%, the highest tax bracket, on all of your money. And that's not how that works.
What are ways that people can start planning for their future?
Okay, so I do want to make it really clear. I'm not a CPA, but taking advantage of tax advantages for your kid. So things like a 529 plan for education. You don't get a federal tax break, but 30 or so out of the 50 states do offer some sort of state benefit. You basically put money in, you invest it, and it's for your kid's education. And then when you take it out, you can pay for the education tax-free. You got things like UGMA, UTMA accounts, where you essentially can transfer things to your kid. You can open up something called a custodial Roth IRA. So this is when your kid starts mowing those lawns, shoveling the snow. When they start having earned income, you're gonna keep a really tight ledger of the money they're making. And then you can work with them to contribute that money to their custodial Roth IRA, and you invest it. If you are maxing out your kid's custodial Roth IRA, working with them, they could retire a millionaire.
May not be a CPA, but you're good. That's a wrap for The Break Room. We cover how to manage taxes regardless of how you make ends meet. The Journal is all about giving their customers a break. And my personal hope is that all the tax stories we've shared can help you navigate your financial journey with confidence. Tune in next time for our episode on investing. Until then, peace.
The General Auto Insurance Services, Inc. is a Nashville, Tennessee-based insurance agency. The General, its affiliates, and its parent company are not affiliated with any financial entities or financial advisors. All statements made in Shaq's The Break Room, presented by The General, are the opinions of those persons making the statements. The General does not provide financial advice or financial services. Viewers should speak with a licensed financial advisor regarding their individual financial situation.